Hey everybody. You might notice the lack of wind sound. It's because I'm not walking right now. I'm sitting in my room making this. I wanted to address something that happened a few days ago. On Facebook, I had a friend who is into yoga, and she's a Sikh, S-I-H-K, some kind of a weird sort of spiritual religion. Well, they're all weird, so I guess none of them are weird. But yeah, she posted something, a little picture of just a quote, and the quote was by C.S. Lewis. So I thought that was immediately kind of odd. She's very critical of religion, of especially Christianity, and yet here she is quoting C.S. Lewis, and the quote was something along the lines of, "I don't have a spirit, I am a spirit." And so I posted a thing saying, well, I believe that I'm a brain and that I don't have a spirit, which set off a whole discussion between me and a friend of hers. She jumped in, and I responded to her, something critical of the beliefs in spirits and the supernatural, and I called it superstition, which it is. And I suppose she took exception to that, though she didn't actually say that it was my calling it superstition that bothered her, but I think that was it. She started going off on, "Oh, you make me feel judged," and blah, blah, blah. I'm like, I'm not judging you. I just tried over and over again to tell her that I respect her and what she believes. Well, I don't exactly respect what she believes, but I respect her right, I guess, to believe what makes the most sense to her. But she didn't seem to respect my right to share ideas or something. But I mean, she posted this on a public message board, and so I figured discussion is allowed. But no, apparently critical discussion of the beliefs of fundamentalists are not allowed. I've never met a fundamentalist Sikh. I didn't know if that was possible, but I don't know much about the religion, so I guess it could be all of them for all I know. But yeah, it just escalated more and more. Nothing that I said. It's like every time we would talk about the beliefs, and I would just kind of stop saying anything critical of them for a little while. Things would get a little better. She'd kind of perk up and be happy. "Oh, you should meditate, blah, blah, blah." Which may be true, but I told her I didn't feel the need to meditate because I don't really need any kind of spirituality in my life. I know meditation isn't always spiritual, but for her it is. And I saw what she was doing as basically trying to push spirituality on me, and I wasn't going to have that. So I told her what I thought of spirituality, and every time I brought that up, she started in with the whole, "Oh, now I feel judged again." And my friend brought up the point that people who react this way don't really believe what they say they believe. They just want to believe it. And on some level, they know it's not true, but when you criticize it, it just reminds them of how silly they're being. And yeah, so basically she unfriended me because obviously she just wants to surround herself with people who agree with her and will enable her delusions of spirituality. And yeah, that's where it stands right now. I don't really consider it much of a loss, because it seems like with her, this whole spirituality thing is a big part of her life. It's something that's filling a big void in her. And for me, yeah, I criticize spirituality and things like that, but it's not like I spend a whole lot of time thinking about it. I think about a lot of different things. And so when I see something that just doesn't make sense to me, I just point out the logical flaws in it, and I guess people who really want to believe it can't handle that. So they act all hurt and everything. And I don't think they're really as hurt as they claim to be. It's like a trick trying to get you to stop. Kind of like when Christians say, "Oh, why do you always pick on Christianity? Why don't you talk about another religion?" They're basically just saying, "Oh, why don't you leave us alone? Go pick on someone else." They can't handle criticism. And I think this is a pretty well-known fact about religion anyway. Now, I also see just as much butthurtness about when government is criticized, particularly the American government. When I personally criticize it, I often get people responding very emotionally. They get very offensive and in your face about it. And there are lots of insults. Anytime someone insults you in an argument, whether or not it's a substitute for a point, they're trying to manipulate your emotions. They're trying to throw you off because they themselves are thrown off. Because they're trying to even the playing field. And so there's that common thread that I see between religion and statism. People feel dependent on the government for what they call infrastructure. I don't think they even know what they mean by that, or I don't know what they mean by that when they say it. And even just order in society. I reject the notion that order in society is established by government. There had to have been order first in order for anybody to even come up with the idea of government. So, yeah, that's all I had to say for now. So, comment and subscribe and click on the thumbs up button and all that. Or not, whatever. Do what you want to do.